Today we're making roasted tomato sandwiches with burrata, roasted chicken breast, and pesto. This is a wonderful way to use up a whole lot of tomatoes and get the best flavor out of them. So today I have a couple different types of tomatoes to show you that you can use in this recipe. Oftentimes these ones will be called tomatoes on the vine, but you'll find them as Campari tomatoes or even Early Girl dry farm tomatoes. They are sweet and they have a wonderful texture that's great fresh, but also super good when you roast them. I also have some cherry tomatoes on the vine here. Cherry tomatoes are a lot sweeter. Sometimes they have a little bit of that tartness, but they're mostly cultivated to be sweet and for snacking. However, you can also roast tomatoes in the same way that we'll do them today with these tomatoes on the vine. When you roast a tomato, you're bringing out the sweetness. So you're concentrating all of that tomato flavor. So I'm slicing them into slices that are about 1/2 inch thick and then placing them on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Now that all of our tomatoes have been sliced, we're going to season them and we're keeping it very simple. Just drizzling with a bit of olive oil and then seasoning with salt and pepper. So today we're using these roasted tomatoes in a sandwich, but there are so many ways that you can use them. You can put them in a pasta, you can put them in a grain bowl, you can enjoy them as a caprese salad with some mozzarella and basil. It's totally up to you because they are just such a delicacy. And a little bit of pepper. These are going in an oven at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes or until the tomatoes have collapsed, they've deepened in color, but they're still a little bit juicy. While these bake, we'll prep the chicken breast that we'll add to our sandwiches. Here's how you make them. To make this roasted chicken, drizzle 1 tablespoon of olive oil over 2 chicken breasts. Then add 1 teaspoon of paprika and season with salt and pepper. Coat the chicken with the seasonings, then bake in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. Our roasted tomatoes are ready, so is our chicken, so now we can put together the sandwich. I have a beautiful, fresh sourdough baguette, and what I'm going to do is make one huge sandwich and then, of course, break it down into more sizable chunks. So I have my serrated knife here, and we'll just roll right through. You can also use French bread, you can use focaccia, ciabatta. I just love the look of a baguette sandwich. And this sourdough one was absolutely gorgeous. I want to prep the chicken. I'm going to slice it at a diagonal into thin slices. Perfect. I'll grab the bottom and begin by slathering some pesto all the way across. I am being very generous with this pesto because it really complements the tomatoes and the burrata cheese so beautifully. Then what we'll do is add our burrata. We'll just take some and distribute it across. The star of our sandwich, roasted tomatoes. These have cooled, and as you can see, they are darker in color than they were when they first went into the oven. As the tomatoes lose water, they are getting sweeter. Oh, how beautiful is that? Now this is a good time to add our sliced chicken. Before we wrap it up, I always like to season a little bit more to make sure every bite is well seasoned. This is kosher salt and pepper. Finally, for a little bit of freshness, we'll add a couple basil leaves. I've also done this with arugula or another crunchy green, again, just for that crunch. The goal is to slice the sandwich without letting it fall apart. And I have found that the best way to do that is to carefully straddle both sides. A serrated knife is really essential for this part. Our sandwich is ready, and every cross section has that beautiful pesto, burrata cheese, our roasted tomato, and chicken. Now, all that's left to do is eat.